This video is about melodic slap bass playing using chromatic scales. So the first piece I just played there is a little complicated, and it is the most complicated in this video. There are other simpler ones you can work with to build up to that level, but I wanted to put it out front so you can enjoy what it's all about right up front, and maybe get inspired to learn about it. So I'm going to break it down to make it easier to learn that one. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to first explain it is a one-bar phrase. It goes from C to F, and it's in triplets. Each triplet plays the octave a different way. So that's what makes it sound so unique. So I'm going to break it down and show you each individual beat, and then you see if you can put it together. On the first beat, the triplet starts with a C. A low octave, the C, to the high octave, C, and back to the lower octave. The second beat would be a D flat octave, high octave of D flat going to the low octave, and then going up a half step to D. The third octave triplet would be starting on a D, the high D on the 7th fret, to the low D, and then going up to an E flat. And the fourth triplet would be going down to the octave of the E flat, sliding up to E, and then the high octave. So you got let me get that again. I kind of glitched on the F. So that's what this is all about, and you can actually take any beat and use it like within your solo or something. Well, that's pretty common, but so that would be like a C sharp approaching a D. So it's kind of like an approach note. And then we get the next one, which would be that would be the third triplet, and the fourth triplet. So you can take each one of those individually and turn it into an approach note. So that works out pretty nice too. So the first note would be a D to the D octave, then back to the D again, and then to an E flat. And that gives you, that's minor ninth, but technically it is a half step. And then hit the octave below on the E flat, and then you slide up to the E. And then you hit the octave of the D. Now you take that sequence and start it over again, starting on F, a minor third away from the D. So you have so far. And then you go up to the F, starting again. F, and then F sharp, a minor ninth away. What I'd like to do now is start with a simple chromatic octave line that's very simple to learn, and then take it step by step and make changes in rhythm and duplicating notes and making adjustments on melodic to make it more interesting, a little at a time. So that way you can learn to build and use these chromatic lines creatively. So let's take this line and I'm going to show it to you. So you have a D, and then you play the octave of the D, and then you move it up a half step to E flat, and then you go down to the E flat an octave, slide it over a half step to an E natural, and go up an octave to the E natural, and then slide the E natural to an F, and go down an octave to the F, and slide it up to an F sharp, and then go to the octave of F sharp. So it sounds like this. Very simple. Get it fast, it takes a little bit of a challenge, but okay, now that we've done that, we're going to make one small change to make it sound interesting. I'm going to go up, I'm going to play that same line again, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the F natural twice. So it'll sound like this. Just by making that one small change, the whole line starts to have a little character. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that was actually a very simple line. Cliche that bass players use all the time, going from a 1 chord to a 4 chord. D, E, F, F sharp, G. That's all it was. That's the only notes I used in that line. Now, I created these lines so they could be useful. So, you know, it was one measure. So you could put that in when you're playing in a song that has those changes in any key, of course. You know, if you transposed it. So the thing is, you could also play it another way and use it as like a jam type thing. Play the first part, and then when you get to G, just play what you would normally play as a solo thing, you know, and it keeps it moving because you're using 2 chords. And, you know, most of the time when you hear other people solo or slap, it's a lot of times just in 1 key, and E was used quite a lot when slapping became popular 20, 30 years ago, or maybe 40 years ago, I guess by now. Anyhow, let me play it for you slowly so you can understand what it is and practice a little better. I'll throw some tab up here, and you'll be able to see the fingering a little clearly. So, we go. So that'd be the part where you jam or throw in whatever you're doing. Possibly if the song you're playing had a definitive line, you could just use the first measure and then go back to your definitive line there. So one more time, I'll do it even slower. Thank you for stopping by to view this video. I hope you get something out of it. Please subscribe. I've got more coming, and I'd like to do a little more with the melodic slap bass playing. Having said that, hit the bell, make some comments. Until then, keep playing.